Hey folks, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Racing Show here at RacePlazaMedia. My name is Pia, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the racing news or motorsport news that I've come across this week. We're going to keep it short and snappy, so let's just get right into it. First off, let's talk about the big disappointment of the week, at least my personal big disappointment. Ferrari, the F1 team, have been teasing us with this big Miami Grand Prix special livery featuring the Azzurro La Plata to celebrate 70th anniversary of Ferrari in the US or in the Americas. But boy, oh boy, was I disappointed when I saw it. I mean, they've been teasing it all over the socials with Charles and Carlos posting pictures and videos of this beautiful, I would call it baby blue. But then when they actually revealed the car just yesterday, oh man, there's barely any blue on it, let's be honest. If I may say, I would actually prefer, and I would rarely say that, the Visa Cash App RB special livery that they've revealed now for the Miami Beach Grand Prix, which is in line with the Chameleon debit card by Cash App. So it has this beautiful pink and yellows and teals. It's very colorful, very, I would say, Miami. And I lived in Miami for a long time. It gives me very much like Miami Beach, South Beach vibes. So they definitely, I think, did a better job than Ferrari. I mean, I know the drivers are going to be wearing the blues and as well as the crew's going to be wearing the blues, but I mean, are we really surprised though that Ferrari didn't go all out with the special livery? Let me know what you think. Moving on with some more big F1 news. I mean, we've all been talking about it for weeks now. It's been coming. Adrian Newey has now officially announced his departure from Red Bull. He will be staying with the outfit until the first quarter of next year, but he will slowly be stepping back. He won't be attending all the races. He will be in Miami though, and he will also be continuing his work on the RB17, the Red Bull hypercar, which they will launch in July at Goodwood. Of course, there's many speculations where he's going to be going next. I think the two top theories are either he will retire on his yacht that he's been working on or has been having made, his $27 million yacht nonetheless, or he might be going to Ferrari. I mean, Vassar has been hinting at it. Now, Lewis Hamilton in the recent Miami Grand Prix interview has been smirking. So a lot of people are interpreting that as confirmation that Adrian Newey will be joining Ferrari next year, but only time will tell. In some more F1 news, Sebastian Vettel, four-time world champion, will be back at F1, not in official driver capacity. However, he will be back for the Imola Grand Prix, where he will be driving Ayrton Senna's McLaren from 2013. Since this week we have the death anniversary of Ayrton Senna, it's already been an incredible 30 long years since he has passed away. So to honor him and his life, Sebastian Vettel will be driving the McLaren car, the car that Ayrton Senna drove the year prior to his death before he switched to Williams. If you want to find out more about the tragic weekend of Ayrton Senna's death, we will be releasing a video breaking it down more because his death was not the only thing that happened that weekend. It was quite a crazy and sad weekend. So check out our YouTube channel for the full video on that. Next up, F1 team Haas is being sued by none other than their old homeboy, Günther Steiner. He's suing the team for unpaid commissions from the years 2021 to 2023, as well as using his likeness in merchandise and promotional materials without his permission, as well as without paying him for it. Günther Steiner's lawyers claim that after years of benefiting from Günther Steiner's connections within the sport, it is now time for the F1 Haas team to pay him for the benefits that he has earned. As you probably know, Günther Steiner rose in popularity through his appearances and very quotable moments during his time on Drive to Survive, the Netflix docu series. Moving on, let's talk about Andretti. As you probably know, Andretti was denied earlier this year the entry into Formula One, not by F1 or the FIA, but by FOM, Formula One Management, who owns the commercial rights of Formula One. However, now 11 representatives of the US government, Republicans and Democrats, have written a letter to Liberty Media asking 3 questions. Essentially, they're demanding what America is due. They're saying that since F1 has access to their markets with 3 races happening in the US and Vegas, Austin, as well as Miami, and they have access to their fans since the fan base in the US has been growing exponentially, the representatives are claiming that F1 must grant access to US companies, US automotive workers, as well as to Americans themselves. So we will see if the US representatives have any power to sway the FOM to give Andretti a spot on the F1 grid. In some additional Andretti news, Bruno Michel, who runs both F2 and F3, also says that there is no space for Andretti in either of the leagues. He says both are currently capped out to the max. F3 currently has 30 drivers on the grid, 10 teams with each 3 drivers, and F2 currently has 11 teams with 2 drivers, so a total of 22 drivers on the grid, which is the maximum capacity for either league. He does encourage Andretti, though, to submit to be considered in the next go-around if a team needs to be replaced. However, so far, Andretti has not expressed any interest in the junior leagues. They are, however, competing in INDY as well as Formula E and other motorsports. Speaking of INDY, unfortunately, some bad news this week for David Malukas, who has been driving or was supposed to drive for Aaron McLaren this season. However, he was injured February 11th while mountain biking during this preseason, so he has yet to compete in a single race this season. He's missed all 4 races, and unfortunately, his injury is not healing as anticipated, so he was released from his contract. So he's going to focus on healing now and hopefully will join a team or different team, most likely next season. McLaren has not yet announced who will be replacing David Malukas. The current contenders are either Theo Pourchaire, who's been racing the last 2 races for him. However, he would be missing a couple races due to his Super Formula contract. The other contender is Callum Ilott. However, he's also on another contract with the FIA World Endurance Championship, so he would be missing a couple races due to that contract. So we will see who McLaren puts in the seat. It will probably be a combination of several drivers, so stay tuned for more information on that. Let's end this video on a good note. The F1 Academy has officially announced their wildcard entry for the Miami Grand Prix, which is usually a local female race car driver, and this time they've announced it to be California native Courtney Crone. Courtney has already experienced in a bunch of different types of racing. She started off with karting. She also has driven LMP3 prototypes and most recently Lamborghini Super Trofeo. She started her preparations about 2 weeks ago in Sanford, where she first drove the F1 Academy car. She will be teaming up with the Prema racing team, and her race suit and outfit will be provided by the shoppable entertainment retailer QVC. I'm personally super excited to watch another F1 Academy race this weekend. As you probably know, there's lots and lots of racing happening this weekend, especially this month. On our calendar, we have over 200 racing events listed. If you want to find out what you can watch, where you can watch things, and when you can watch it, just check out our website, RacePlazaMedia.com, where we post a free racing schedule every month with links to the individual series as well as links to streaming services so you can watch as much racing as possible. And those are all the racing news highlights that I have for you guys this week. I know it was very F1 heavy, but they had the biggest news this week. But I promise you, as you probably know if you've been following our channel, we don't just cover F1, we cover all different types of motorsport, and we're curious to learn so much more about different types of racing as well. But I thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Remember to like and subscribe, And we'll see you guys here at the Daily Racing Show for another video tomorrow. Bye-bye.